Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Sakurasou no Pet na Kanojo, episode 10. As always, the episode itself, the reaction itself is down into my links. Just replace the parentheses dot parts and enjoy. Be aware, it starts off right in the intro. So I will see you over there. Once you're done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. See you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, I think that's one of the first time I've wrote down 2 pages. But there was quite a bit in it, right? Some new characters, although they did not really talk much. And kind of the closing of a personal arc, Rita and Mashiru. And I think next time we will have the closing of the arc about this weird cat. So we will see. Let's talk about what happened, right? Last time we had the picture that Mashiru painted, the realization that she is incredible when it comes to that, what we already knew, but they showed it even more. They showed it to Kanda and his reaction was pretty clear. However, this time we had the realization that they cannot do it in time what they want to do. They need one more person at least to draw, and the only one who is capable in the quality that Shiina is creating would be Rita. So that's a nice idea. I like it. And so they tried to get her on board. So a lot happened there. Especially we got a bit more background from this relationship that Shiina and Rita have. And I can see now that we got more of it together. I can understand that she broke down and that there is this I wouldn't call it hate. I mean, the episode is called Hate, Hate, Love, right? And I see why. There is this hate from Rita towards Mashiru, which is this weird kind of hate. This, you do not even get why I hate you. Hate towards Shiina, because Shiina really doesn't get it. Seriously. There is a weird kind of hate between her and Akasaku. I'm very sorry. I think I always and again refer to Akasaku as a female. I know he is male now, so it's confusing. It's a typical thing. Why does the boy look like a girl? Seriously. Yeah. So there are those 2 hates, I guess, and the love, which we had in the end of the episode. The moment when Shiina and Mashiru fell into each other's arm, hugged each other, and I think there's another hate in this Fatabayashi guy, the student council president, who seems to have a problem with some people, just saying. So there's a lot going on in this episode. It needs a representation to be done, and I really, really like the fact that we could see Kanda doing the representation. And it looked good. I mean, they did not really show it, but you could see him talking openly, smiling, had interaction with the group that was listening. He got standing applause. So, in many ways, the training for a presentation for his own project in the past helped him a lot to do this presentation now. So, I think it will help him even more. And he's a really good director from what I've seen. I mean, he takes the blame when he sees it. He is aware that he needs to step up a level always. And in many regards, if you are a boss, if you are the chef of a group of people, if you are the director in this case here, you need to step up your game. Because those people trust you. They work for you. So he has amazing talents who are working on this project. So he has to make sure he does not lower this standard by making mistakes, and that's a hard thing to do. I mean, it's his first time like that, but I think he's able to do it, and he has the right attitude, and that is the main thing. There are comments from him in this episode that I wrote down. This moment of that he's aware of the greatness of these amazing things that people do in the Sakurasou, the quality, the standards, right? And he learned during this series not to give up, not to fall down into the depression. Because that's egoistic. I really like that. That is a very interesting view on it. But instead to take it as inspiration, to learn from it, to grow with them, on them, by them, right? So in many ways, it's the opposite of what Rita did in the end. Although we now know she did different in the 10 years. So she was with Shiina for 10 years. And then in the end, she felt like unsecure if Shiina is her friend. Which I can understand. Shiina does not put it into words, right? So how should you know? It is those little gestures, the little things she does, that is trust. Simply. It's a lot of trust, and the trust that Shiina gives to people is her way of friendship. And Rita was insecure about that, lost hope, and then the greatness that you can aspire to reach, or at least follow, right? Like a goal in the future, became a burden to her, became pressing her down, became depression in the end. So I see it. It's two sides of a medal. We had this discussion about it, and the attitude of Kanda saying, "I will not be put down by the talent that I'm working with. I will use it to fuel me up, to fire me up, to give me even more of a boost. I may not reach that level, but I will use the talent around me to step up as good as I can." And that, I think that's it in the end. Do the best you can do. And be proud on what you did, right? I think that's it. It's a very healthy view that he has in this episode. I like it. I could talk a lot about this moment with Rita and Shiina there. The things that Rita shouted out, like that she made her go into the mangas, hoping she would fail. We had that in the discussion about people with greatness, that there is this sick hope in us, at least in me, I know it from my past, that you want to see the mighty fall. You want to see those who are really good at something at least once fail, to feel better, to feel like they are not so impenetrable, unbeatable, right? But it is a mean thing to think like that, and we know it is a mean thing, right? So she did that as well. I can see that. And everything that she talked about. I think the harshest thing she said is this moment that, and I think I got it, I understood that right, that her grandfather told her to stop painting because she could never reach the level of Shiina. And sorry, but that is a dick move from the grandfather. I mean, if he's as the teacher there in this moment only, not as a grandfather, you could argue about it, but even then, seriously, but as a grandfather, you should never say something like that. I mean, she loves painting, so you should go on, do what you love, right? So I don't know how this happened, this conversation. We don't know it. But even as a teacher, yes, she may not be able to reach the level of Mashiru, but that does not mean she's not painting great. I mean, there was a painting of her in that exhibition, which means she is on the top. She is already up there with others, sure. But in our world nowadays, yeah, sorry, you cannot do something that no one is able to at least come close to. So she is possibly one of, let's say, the top 100 painters of our times. That is awesome. Seriously, I cannot even paint a horse. I can paint like a house, you know? That's it. And maybe a tree. Nothing else. Nothing that lives. At least, if it would live after I painted it, it would very likely die. So, seriously, strange comment from Grandpa there. And then we have this moment here with Akasaku, which I liked. I mean, I really like his honesty, his harsh criticism. Yes, he is not reflecting on what he says. He's not empathic at all. And that might be a problem, as we've seen in this moment here, and the others left him behind. But sometimes you need that. As harsh as it is. In this moment, it's striking your heart, and it's bad for you, right? But sometimes you need pure heart honesty. So in this group, he is having his reasons to say what he says, and he opened up what was happening. He opened up Rita by his conversation. By his comments, he made sure that she opened up herself, what she meant, what she said, what she thought. and thus made it partially, at least, possible that there was this moment with Shiina and Masaru and them getting back together as friends. So that's good. I don't know if he does it by purpose. I don't think so, but he did it nonetheless. They left him standing there, and it felt to me a little bit in this moment when he was bowing down and taking up the backpack and everything, that in this moment he felt a bit alone and maybe a bit hurt himself. I don't know. It just looked to me like that. So I don't know. Maybe they will get a bit closer towards him. And the fact that he does not like women, which is okay. Which, by the way, Rita clearly played on in the end of the episode, you know? This moment where she just got close to him. And when he turned away, there was the other one close to him. And he was just fleeing. That's just a mean thing, right? Although it was entertaining. It's a good episode. I liked it. They brought up interesting and nice things. I like the fact that Shiina has, like, a best girlfriend from the past and now in the present again with Rita, that those two confess to each other that they want to be each other's friend, that they enjoy working next to each other, right? That's a good thing. It's a problem that we always try to interpret stuff and not say what we think. This typical human thing, that if we like people, we do not say it clear enough and often enough, just guessing that the way we do act says enough for us, and very often when it is too late we realize we should have said stuff more. But I'm not talking about love only. I'm talking about, you know, like liking people you're working with. You know, if you have a comrade at a workplace and you realize, hey man, that's a cool dude or nice girl you do work with very good and you enjoy working with, or you just like the personality. There is this weird thing that we never tell them, because it is this strange moment when you're like, you're not very close, and you go to this person and say, hey, just wanted to say you do awesome work, and I like working with you, you're a nice person, you're a good person. It is not often we say that, right? You always get this view of, oh, okay, yeah, thanks, you too, bye. You know, there's this moment of, is this person hitting on me? No, it's not. It's just, I like you as a human being. We do not say that often enough. Next time, we will finish this mini story arc, I guess, about this strange cat. And I'm pretty sure it will be a hit. I mean, seriously, how can it not be? We have the most awesome people drawing, storyboard like. We have Kanda, who in my opinion is really, really growing immensely in the last episodes, by what he does and how he does. You can see that. And with such workhorses in his pocket, Shiina, Rita, and everyone else in the Sakurasou right now, this cannot go wrong. This is gonna be awesome. Even if there are people right now, like the student council president, who are possibly like, well, what's that? That's crap. I'm pretty sure the world will think differently. And we will see it. So, I will see you in the next episode. And until then, feel free to comment, like, subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.